ஓம் பிரபன்ன பாரிஜாதாய தோத்ரவேத்ரைகபாணயே ஞானமுத்ராய கிருஷ்ணாய கீதாமிருததுஹே நமஹ. பக்த்யா த்வனன்யயா சக்யः அஹமேவம் விதோர்ஜுன ஞாதும் த்ரஷ்டுஞ்ச தத்வேன பிரவேஷ்டுஞ்ச பரந்தப. Having displayed the Vishnu Rupa with 4 hands and the Krishna Rupa with 2 hands, Bhagavan Sri Krishna told Arjuna the glories of the Vishwarupa. In the previous shloka, he told Arjuna, one cannot perceive the Vishwarupa in the manner seen by you, just by performing Vedaparayana, Tapas, Dhanam or Yagas. That is, not just by chanting the Vedas, not just by performing penance, not just through charity or not just by the fire rituals. But we should not forget that all these are also necessary. While performing these sadhanas, total devotion and dedication should be the constant undercurrent. Bhagavan mentions that here. In due course of time, one's performance of some rituals becomes so mechanical. When it starts becoming so mechanical, it is the duty of the learned elders to correct them. There should always be proper spiritual education. Only because of the lack of such a spiritual education is there a lot of confusion. All over the country there is religion. The temples and the religious practices are being maintained, but the knowledge behind these practices is not present. In most of the places, it is not prevalent. Mostly people do not understand the meaning behind the various rituals. That's why, generation after generation, people are not able to understand this. Because of this, many confusions arise and the faith of the people in the dharma, Hindu dharma, decreases. Because of this lack of knowledge, some people just neglect the family traditions and the rituals that have been passed on over the past several generations. Here, it is important for us to contemplate on these facts. Let us now study the meaning of the 54th shloka. Bhagavan says, Hey Arjuna, evam vidhaha aham. I in this form, ananyaya bhaktya shakyaha. This shloka reads as tvananyaya, separate tu, which means but. Evam vidhaha aham. I in this form. Bhagavan also addresses Arjuna as parantapa. We can see that in the next line. Hey Parantapa, O the scorcher of the enemies in the battlefield. Ananyaya bhaktum jnatum shakyaha, drashtum shakyaha, praveshtum cha shakyaha. Only by ananya bhakti or unwavering devotion can one understand me, perceive me, unite with me or enter into me. This has a very deep meaning. There are 2 meanings for Ananya Bhakti. One is the devotion with Vairagya. Vairagya means being unattached to the body and the world and being ever attached to Bhagavan, who is in the form of the pure Ananda. To get rid of the attachments, we need to attach ourselves to the unattached Bhagavan. This is called Ananya Bhakti. First, we should develop a taste for devotion. Each one develops a taste in a particular field. For instance, someone has a taste for music and some other may be in another field. But basically, everyone should have a taste for the clear knowledge about Bhagavan and should have a great love for Him. We should not become attached to the things that are transient, fleeting and short-lived. One should not be deeply attached to this ephemeral body and the worldly objects. we should be attached to Bhagavan alone. He is beyond what meets the eyes. His true nature is the pure Ananda. So our ultimate goal should be that everlasting peace and happiness or Ananda. This does not mean that we should hate sorrows, but there is no need for us to invite trouble. If we develop attachment for the changing objects of the world, we are sure to become unhappy. Only if we develop attachment and love for the permanent, changeless Bhagavan, who is in the form of the pure Ananda and the everlasting peace, will we be able to withstand everything else. By following dharma and aligning ourselves to Bhagavan, we can win over this body which is ever-changing and the world of relationships and worldly life. So Ananya Bhakti means dispassionate devotion and great love towards Bhagavan. Here we assume Bhagavan to be distinct from us. This is one type of devotion. Let us continue our study of this shloka tomorrow. I wish to explain this shloka in more detail. With the grace of the Lord, let us contemplate deeper on this shloka. Bhaktya tvananyaya shakyaha ahamevam vidhorjuna jnatum drashtuncha tatvena praveshtuncha parantapa. My prayerful blessings and best wishes to all of you. Hari Om.